a vet technician over at the Siouxland Animal Hospital, who is the hospital who helps out with Noah's Hope. This is my first foster. Her name is Cookie. She came in on a Friday night, and when she came in, she unfortunately was covered in bugs, ticks, fleas, and unfortunately she was maggot infested all around her hind end. We had gotten her cleaned up, we had checked some x-rays, and we started to clean up the maggots and kind of clean up her wounds because it looked like she had some severe road rash and everything. And to be honest, we were kind of questioning her quality of life, and she had moved her leg, and me and the doctor kind of looked at each other and we're like, okay, that's a little strange. So we put her away for the weekend just to kind of see how she was. I worked that Saturday and I noticed that she can drag herself very well. So on that Tuesday, I decided I was going to be her foster because we just saw hope in her to be able to move her leg and everything. She can move her knee and she can move her muscle. So I took her in on that Tuesday knowing that I was off on that Wednesday, just to kind of spend the first day with her and see how she was going to do. And then by that time she was unable to walk. She was still able to drag, but unable to walk, unable to have a bowel movement by herself, and unable to urinate by herself. So my husband and I were expressing her bladder to help her go. So basically with that, we were kind of determining what Cookie's future was going to be looking like. If she's going to be able to walk was a big question. If we're going to be looking towards a cart, and just kind of seeing how her infection would heal and everything. And a big thing was, would she be able to go to the bathroom on her own? And within a week, she was able to do that. We were able to kind of make her stomach feel a little better, salt up those stools and everything medically wise, and we got those infections healing up pretty quick on her hind end. We gave her some dewormer, which got rid of all the bugs. So within, I would say, a week, there was pretty good improvement health-wise by stomach, and she was just showing that she wanted to move her legs. So we would start off by stretching her hind legs, just trying to see if there was motion. I'd pull out her little toes and she'd respond. So that was pretty much the first start until we contacted Jean to kind of see what she thought, and Jean saw hope in her also. Within the first day of doing aqua therapy, she had to do some support, but she was showing interest in using those back legs. So that's kind of the first start on knowing that we think Cookie can continue on, and we like to call her One Tough Cookie because we had a feeling that she can just continue on and keep walking. So it was a really big improvement from a month ago when I got her on June 8th to July 8th. I would say she's about 25 to 30% improved on walking. And each week she visits Jean, it gets better and better every time. And it's really amazing to see, actually. So it's been a month since we've done our first video on Cookie. And during that time, she was about at a 35% walking rate, still kind of dragging that left leg and kind of scooting around a little bit. So now, a month later, still doing physical therapy 3 times a week, I would say her walking is almost all the time. She is constantly walking, barely drags that leg. If she gets tangled up, she knows how to untangle herself. So she's really making progression in regards to her leg issue that she was dealing with. We are building up some muscle mass and some weight on her hind end as well, and her balance has improved greatly with the past few months of working with Jean Gill at 4 Paws for her physical therapy. So a lot of improvement from day one, and even from a month ago of doing the physical therapy with Jean. So a lot of improvement down the road, and to continue on for Cookie. So for Cookie's adoption, she's pretty much walking. I know in our last interview I said I'd want her to be walking almost all the time. So I'm not sure if we want her to be spayed first before we send her out for adoption, but I think if a family can commit to having her hang out with them and just know that she's not like your everyday dog. Like, don't expect to go on long walks with her, but she's gonna be right next to you, ready to hang out at any time. She wants to be with you, she just won't be in your face. So a family I'd like to see her in is just a family who's really just settled down, don't want to go like on big long hikes and walks, but if you're a family who is a camping family and goes out and travels and you're okay to just have a dog hang out at the camper with you, I think that'd be a very ideal family. She's awesome with kids. She's very good with kids in this aspect that they can grab her, they can pet her, they can be pretty handsy with her, and she really doesn't mind. Cookie doesn't have a care in the world. She's good with other dogs. She's very good with other dogs. Cats, she really doesn't care for. She'll go and see what the cats are up to, but she won't chase them, be aggressive towards them or anything. So a family, like I said, that's just really settled down and just want a dog to just have around to hang out with is the ideal family for Cookie for when she's ready for adoption, whether that be here in the next few months, maybe after she's spayed, or maybe when she's walking. But she's walking, I would say, almost at a 50% rate with the way her legs move. She can get up very small amounts of steps, about 3 steps, so a small patio or just a few steps she can handle. We haven't tried anything much bigger than that. She's not like your usual dog. Like, she gets excited to see you and then she's just ready to relax and chill. And she just wants to hang out pretty much. Her go-to toy is usually a bone. She's not a fan of balls, she's not a fan of ropes. She doesn't really play with the other dogs like you would see the dogs play, run around and chase each other and play fight. She's very to herself. She finds a comfy spot and she just wants to watch and just hang out with you, really, is her personality. She is a big fan of food, a very big fan of food. Any kind of food, biscuits, fruit, table scraps is one of her favorites, but we don't do too much table scraps, but definitely food is her favorite thing. If you were to say, Cookie, what's your favorite thing in the world? Food is up there. She is part husky, so she's very vocal, and she will tell you what's on her mind. She will tell you in a very nice husky shrill, but that's just the husky in her. So personality is still very much the same, of just being a very relaxed, chill dog. You can go out and do stuff in the yard and she will really just sit there and watch and hang out with you, really. Or if you're hanging out on your couch, she's over by your feet and she just wants to really just hang out with you. That's pretty much her main personality. Hanging out, chilling, and food is Cookie's go-to lifestyle.